Shalom, first and foremost, a lot of give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Warkar, Kadash, and Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach Kapshai, who is true names in ancient Paleo Hebrew. Lost the tongue, and I said, Barak them to the elders and apostles, were Akim, were Akwa, and say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of the World War III news updates as of August the 5th, 2026, on this Wednesday night. And as we've been seeing, tensions been heating up once again between the Houthi rebels and Saudi Arabia, because I think the Yemen of Houthis over there in Yemen, they attacked two more oil tankers that belongs to the Saudi Arabia. So tensions are definitely heating up for the past month and a half between the Saudi army, Saudi Arabia armies, and the Houthi rebels over there in the Mediterranean Sea, over there in the Red Sea, and over there in Yemen. So that's wars and rumors of wars. Like it says in the book of Matthew 24, verse 6. And then you had a deal between Oman and Iran. It's closing in on a deal. I don't know if the United States is part of that deal, because they said once they, because I think they agreed to a deal. It was like about 2 hours ago, 2 or 3 hours ago, and about they, I think in the deal it was including about the, if Oman and Iran agreed to like certain routes over there in the Strait of Hormuz, and then including the deal was part of trusting the United States, trusting them of the manner, getting back to the manner of the understanding of the deal that they signed back when it was like 2 months ago. So we're gonna see how that plays out. And it says the EU slate opposing unconditional U.S. military aid to Israel and other countries. It says 39 minutes ago, Israeli forces raided West Bank camp and settlers assaulted Palestinians. Right, because you've been seeing tensions been heating up between, over there in the West Bank, the Gaza Strip. So you've been having heavy raids and heavy clashes between the Palestinians and the Israel Defense Force. And I believe Israel Defense Force did another strike over there in the Gaza Strip because some type of trust agreement was violated from the Houthi rebels. From the Hezbollah. That's why the Israelis did an airstrike over there in the Gaza Strip. So despite the fact they agreed, from both sides, from Hezbollah and the Israel Defense Force, of a peace plan that was announced by the Trump administration a couple of days ago, but you still got the Israelis using airstrikes and bomb strikes over there in the Gaza Strip. So we're going to see how this plays out, and we're going to see what the response from the Hezbollah, what their response is going to be. Is they're going to deny and call the Israel Defense Force for false, claiming that they violated the trust agreement. So, which they previously did call them out for that. So we're going to see if they're going to make an announcement or make an announcement about that. So we're going to see how that situation plays out. But definitely, as far as the peace plan goes, both sides did agree to it. It was like a couple of days ago. Now you got the Israelis blaming the Hezbollah once again for violating the trust agreement of the peace plan that they agreed on both sides. So we're going to see how this plays out. Because the scriptures do say it's that 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, such shall come upon them as a cherubim which shall not escape. And we definitely seeing that in full effect, that 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3. And that Luke 21 verse 25. Since I mentioned and break that out for edification's sake. Right, so despite the fact that peace plan on both sides from the Israelis and Hezbollah, you still got the Israelis still using airstrikes over there in that area. This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 25. It says, there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity which one. Right, so that's what we see. This is our distress and perplexity which one, which that's going to continue to increase. It's the book of Mark chapter 13 and verse 7. It says, you should hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? So we hear on and on, back and forth, wars and rumors of wars. Sometimes the nations might have peace plans, ceasefire agreements, trust agreements, de-escalate tensions, but the tensions heat back up. So it's been happening, on and on, back and forth, especially so far in the year 2026, especially with the Israel-Iran situation, and in the Iran-United States situation, and the Strait of Hormuz as well too, which been on and off, back and forth, which is kind of crazy. But that's what been taking place. So these are wars, wars and rumors of wars that we are seeing is going to continue to increase. It's like you have the Russia-Ukraine situation that's testifying on a daily basis. You got tensions still heating up between North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, United States, Atlantic Korean Peninsula. And then you got the situation between China and Taiwan, that situation. You still got Pakistan versus Afghanistan, that situation. And then you got the European Union and NATO versus Russia and Belarus. That situation been on and off, back and forth as well too. So, which you can put that in the category of wars and rumors of wars, which been up and down, back and forth. This is the book of Mark, chapter 13, and verse 7. Read again. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? We hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not trouble for all these things, must first come to pass, but it's not yet, right? So it's going to come to pass, and it yet. Mark 13, verse 8. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, as goes to Ephesus, because you'll have a nation within itself rising against one another, and then outside of another nation rising against another nation, and then you'll have a modern kingdom, modern kingdom within itself, and the nations are included, and then outside of another kingdom rising against another kingdom. That's what it's saying, which goes to Ephesus. It says there shall be famines, there shall be earthquakes in diverse places. Because I think earlier today it was a 6.3 earthquake over there in New Zealand, in that island region. And then you had a 6.3 earthquake in the Philippines yesterday with 7 aftershocks. And then there have been speculations about a larger earthquake over there in Southern California. As W77, give him credit, he did a video of that earlier today. So these are signs that Yahweh spoke about, the uptick of earthquakes in various places, in diverse places. The famines, the pestilence, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, wars and rumors of wars. That's going to continue to increase. It's the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 9, because you still got the proxy wars, been on and on, back and forth, still heating up over there in Western Asia. This is Joel, chapter 3, verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, right? Because you still got tensions heating up between the Houthi rebels and the Saudi Arabia. That's still heating up. And it was proxy wars heating up between the nations. This is Joel 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, versus the armies of other nations. Prepare war, right, over there in Western Asia, especially over there in the Mediterranean Sea, the Red Sea, in different parts over there in Western Asia. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, and wake up the mighty men, that all the men of war draw near them to come up. Joel chapter 3, verse 10, beat your plowshares and the swords and the plenteous and the spears, and let the weak and the strong, right? So let the weak and the strong, what's the armies of the nations, the proxy wars, the proxy groups, and the pro-Iranian groups, which the Houthi rebels and Hezbollah versus the Israel defense force and their allies, even though it's been up and down, back and forth. And this is the book of Ecclesiasticus 3 and verse 8. It says that times of love and a time of HATE and a time of war, a time of peace, right? So we still live in a time of HATE and it's time of war, because we're in those modern day times and seasons of the war, even the pestilence continue to increase, even though it's been up and down, back and forth like a balance scale. It's going to continue to show forth. This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 10. It says, then say he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Right, so these are upcoming signs to see more and more on a daily basis. So more rising up nations against kingdoms. We see that increase on a daily basis. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 9 and verse 12. It says, the one will pass, behold, that come two will thereafter. Right, so the one will pass, behold, that come two will thereafter. Revelation 11 verse 14, it says the second will pass, behold the third will come quickly. Right, so the second will pass, behold the third will come quickly. Armageddon, Armageddon 1. So with that, hopefully this was edifying. of the World War III news updates as of August the 5th, 2026, on this Wednesday night. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Wakar Kadash, and your Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son Bahashem. In the name of Hamashiach Habashai, those are the true names in ancient Paleo Hebrew, but I should wrestle the time. And I say Barakathum to the elders and apostles, but I came up. So next time I would say Kormesharala and the Ball, Shalom.